Hi there, it's Amos again. Now we're going to work on this tab in here that says labor adjustment. The reason we call it labor adjustment is whatever labor you have applied on the materials. So for example, we're looking at the labor hours for bathroom accessories. We allowed for 1 hour each. This is the way we see it from a theoretical side. This is what we expect to take because that's what it says in the book, and that's what we were allowed for in the previous project, 1 hour per each one of these paper holders. So I'm going to open up labor adjustment and walk you through the labor what we call weights. So weighing the hours to adapt the actual site conditions. That's what this is. All right, let's take a look at it. So, for example, we've got 75 hours that we've allowed for 75 units of paper holders at 1 hour each. You can see on the left side buttons. Okay, so from stacking of labor to morale and attitude and on and on and on and on. I'll walk you through every one of them so you'll understand what we're talking about. But if you click on any of them, you will see an explanation. For example, stacking of trades, it's an operation that takes place within physically limited space with other contractors, result in congestion of personnel, inability to locate tools conveniently, increased loss of tools, additionally safety hazard, and increased visitors. Optimum crew size cannot be utilized. You've got three choices, 10, 20, or 30. Actually, you can use any number you want. This is just an example between 10, 20, and 30, depending on the difficulty. So let's assume that you sent your man to install these paper holders. In the bathroom is a plumber, an electrician, and a painter. That would be stacking of labors. There is no way a person, any tradesman, that can work and produce as much as he would produce in normal conditions where the bathroom is free of other trades. That means that he loses productivity for various reasons. One of them, he's got to work under a painter. The plumber is in his way. He's chatting with the electrician and drinking coffee with the floor layer. You can be sure that because of that, there will be loss of productivity. Now what you need to do is weigh what percentage you want to put in. In my situation, my case, if I see 3 trades working in that bathroom and I'm pricing a change order, I will select the 30%. I know that my crew is not going to be able to produce as much. Okay? You can see that I added 22 hours to my original 77 hours. Sounds extreme? Maybe. I'd rather price it on the extreme, get the job and make more money than price it too low, being too optimistic, and lose money on the change order. I do not intend to lose money on change orders. Now, morale and attitude. That would not apply particularly to this type of a change like the paper holders. But let's say, for example, that you've got a change order that requires to do work that's already been done. So let's go back for a minute. Let's go back to materials, and we change these to move fireplace. Okay, we've got one fireplace. We're going to need in material, minimum material, say leave it at $35. But we're looking at about 6 or 7 hours to move that fireplace. All right? At 7 hours, $35 material. Let's go back to labor adjustment. Now I'll explain what we're talking about. So stacking of labor, we go back to 0, or let's leave it at 0 for now. It could be different, but we're talking about morale and attitude. So what would affect the morale and attitude? All right, excessive hazard, competition for overtime, over-inspection, multiple contract changes, and rework. This is the one I want you to think about. Multiple contract changes and rework. The first thing, the first words that come out of your employee when you tell him the housewife or the client or whoever or your supervisor asks for that fireplace to be moved. That's after that's already been done. The first word that will come out of his mouth is, "Oh, fiddle." Well, you can expect stronger words than that. No tradesman likes to redo the work. However, you can change it by changing the company morale or change the corporate culture by informing the employee, "Hey, look," and remember, you're being optimistic. "Hey, look, we're getting to do the work twice. Isn't that great?" Remember, change orders is about attitude. You can go into it with trepidation, or you can go into it rubbing both hands and say, "Yes, we're in the money. Bring it on." So again, morale and attitude. Look at the employee that's doing the change order. What would you expect from him? And apply the weight accordingly. Okay? All right, let's take a look at reassignment power. Loss occurred with move on, move off of men because of unexpected change. And that's the same thing in here. If that man is already working someplace else and I got to bring him back here to do the fireplace, that means he's got to take his tools, his stepladder, all his equipment, move it to the fireplace location, redo the work, which is covered in here and in here, but he has to also go back to the previous job he was doing, refocus, and restart the second job. How much time are we losing? Again, take a look at it, at the whole thing in here. What weight do you want to put in? And you make a decision. So again, go through all of this. Every one of them has got its own explanation. And in all cases, in most cases I should say, one or two or three may apply, or only one may apply, or none may apply, but you need to look at all of them. I'll do just one more just in case to give you a little more overview or more of an explanation. But let's say supervision dilution. I got a project that it's finished. I'm just about finished. Now there are change orders. I need my supervisor on another site. I now have to bring him back to this site, and I'm diluting his supervision between this project and the other project. That means that productivity is lost on the other project because he's not there to look after the crew. Again, that's a cost. It doesn't come out the sky. Nobody gives it to you. You need to consider it a cost. It comes out of your pocket, and if you don't allow for it, it'll come out of your profit. And if you heard me before, I, for one, do not like anybody's hands in my pocket. Don't touch my profits. If I allow 30% profit, I want to make 31 or 32, not 28 or 29. So again, go through every one of them. Be very cautious on what you're doing. Select the right weight factors, adjust them, and you're done. And then we can move on to the next page. We go back to the home page.